yo.
It's another week, man.
We live, baby.
Yes, sir.
Y'all like this live thing, don't you?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
You hear DFW Shed Sessions Podcast.
Yeah, man.
Your good brother Lucius, by the way, of Loophole Beats. We got my good brother J Ell Groove.
Tis I.
And we got the beautiful Professor Mel Will.
Hey.
So, first of all, I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your neckties and your socks.
Yeah.
And your TV dinners. Also, I want to say Happy Juneteenth. So, speaking of Juneteenth, was y'all guys familiar with Juneteenth growing up?
Yeah. Juneteenth was definitely prominent, man. With me, how do y'all? Well, I guess I'll let everybody else answer that question first.
Oh,
because I had a question after that about Juneteenth.
Okay. Was you always familiar with Juneteenth? Like,
I'm gonna be honest and say no.
Okay.
Only because I think Juneteenth started being taught while we were in school. So it wasn't talked about so much until they added it to the curriculum.
Okay.
I went to DeSoto High School, and that was back between 2023. I mean, not 2020, 2003 and 2007, between those years. And so Juneteenth wasn't really talked about until maybe my high school years.
Okay. Yeah, so far as for me, I've been knowing about it since I was gay high, because me being from a small town of Midland, Texas, we used to celebrate it every year, and we used to have, they still do it today. They have a parade, and people just celebrate, and we, after the parade, we go to the park, and it's like a whole weekend. It's like kind of festive or whatever, where we have food and all of that, and step shows, and then they'll do like a gospel concert on Sunday evening, like to close it out. So, yeah, I've been knowing about Juneteenth since my younger years. So, yeah.
So, how do y'all feel about Juneteenth, like as a like a holiday, like a national holiday?
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, it was already, to me, because when I moved here, Fort Worth, Dallas, I guess most people really didn't celebrate it like that, or it wasn't nothing that was really highlighted here. But far as Midland, it felt like a holiday because we took the whole weekend and we celebrated Juneteenth.
Yeah.
The reason why I say I don't believe it, it's not from a standpoint that it didn't happen or that it's not valid. It's from a standpoint, everything was taught. You went to school learning about Christopher Columbus, which was a lie.
Yep.
A whole lie in these streets. You go to school learning about Abraham Lincoln. You go to school learning about all these Caucasians. But then in the middle of me growing up, I
said from the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah. And then in the middle of me growing into my own or getting ready to, become an adult, boom, now Juneteenth becomes something.
Yeah.
And it's not even a holiday. It's just, let's shine a little bit light on it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're learning in school what Juneteenth is, and it's like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden it becomes a federal holiday that, mind you, is not celebrated. Even if a company, I'm gonna tell you this now, a lot of companies, even though it's a federal holiday and they may follow federal holidays, they're not observing this day. Like, you may get 4th of July off completely.
Yeah.
But
Mike said ain't no official holiday till we get off work.
I was just about Mike, exactly.
Yeah.
Today I had to work a half day. I'm off completely for 4th of July, but today, they're like, you can go home in one. And it's like, now I saw something, I don't know if y'all saw it, but Gayle King, she really trimmed me out. She did it slick too. Her and her two co-workers, all three black, had to work today, but the white person was able to be off today. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I believe that I believe it happened, but I don't feel like this country is really like it's like a pacify at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like
Brandon Price. What up, Brandon Price? Talking about it's real enough. The bank was definitely closed.
Right.
Okay. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. I don't know. For me, well, I don't really subscribe to holidays. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays just really. I mean, even I call Halloween. I call Christmas the Christian version of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, I don't really you know, and then I look at the Juneteenth holiday as, you know, kind of like they do Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really look at it as you know, they do stuff to not really take accountability for what they did. Just kind of like, here you go. You know what I'm saying? No laws have changed, no policies have changed. You know, people who do wrong aren't really they don't get the right repercussion and stuff like that. So it's like it's the equivalent to all the Democrats kneeling down in kente cloth. Mm-hmm. This does absolutely nothing for me or my people. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't. I hate to sound like that guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the rain on people parade, or, you know, some people that are excited about it. I'm not trying to, you know, rain on them, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. But anyway, I was just curious about that, man. Now I have a question for you, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Had a I'll say asking for a friend.
Okay.
I'll say asking for a friend, man. Had a partner that ran into this situation, and man, before we get into it, man, appreciate everybody on the live. Appreciate everybody, you know, tuning in and stuff like that. Once again, this is very interactive. So you know, put your questions, comments, and all that good stuff in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Let us know you messing with us. Share, like. Do all that good stuff, man. We appreciate y'all for hanging with us again. Y'all should share
too, man.
Yeah, it's starting early.
Y'all didn't hear that part.
It's starting early. Definitely go ahead and share that. We live on YouTube too, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Man, shout out to YouTube. If anybody's viewing us on YouTube, man, we live on YouTube as well. But anyway, so had a partner. He's playing for this church. Mm-hmm. He's playing for this church, and the IX, shout out nephew. Yeah, we want that back too, man. We definitely want that back too.
Yes, I hate that. Xavier, I hate that packaging. Even though it's like the same, it's like imposter. Right. That's how I feel. Imposter.
Liar. But nah, man. So I had a partner. He ran into this situation. So the church that he played for, they changed their, I guess you could say, late policy or docking policy, right? Mm-hmm. They're wanting. So they have a call time. They have a call time, whatever, and they're wanting to dock. They're wanting to dock their musicians $50 for being even 1 minute late.
1 minute late.
1 minute. Call time.
Call time.
Call time. Now, mind you, at the church.
That's a bit excessive.
There's no load in. Everything's already there. They don't do sound check. Like within the first 10, 15 minutes of everybody getting there, it's like people drinking coffee. Hey, how was your weekend? What you do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's all that stuff. It's like group hug time. You know what I'm saying? And they want to. Oh
no, for real.
They want to dock. Like even 1 minute late. So like call time is 7:45. So if you're rolling there at 7:46, they want to dock you $50 off the top.
Can somebody pull
1 minute?
Somebody pull up the SpongeBob GIF. I'm out, because that's basically what I'm doing. You know,
$50 for 1 minute.
$50 for being anything past on time.
I'm like, yeah, man. That's too much, bro.
So it's like the people that I want to add. Like I want to ask the people in the chat that's watching, man. Like for the musicians or singers or whatever. Like what's the most that you've ever been docked for being late? And do you 50, bro? 1 minute late, $50. Yeah, man. So in the chat, y'all let me know if that's excessive or not.
Now, I want to say this. There was a church that I played for some years ago. And so there was for one, it was a Kojic church, of course. But like any extra services, I didn't get paid for any extra services. So they had a Friday night service, and I couldn't make it. And I told them ahead of time I'm not gonna be able to make the service. But I ended up getting a sub. Then the sub at the last minute couldn't do it.
So y'all got to do better, bro.
So with me not being there, I got docked.
You got docked, even though the sub didn't show up.
Even though the sub didn't show up, but I wasn't getting paid extra for extra services.
So you got docked for the Sunday morning joint. You got docked for the Sunday morning joint. You were there that Sunday morning.
I was there Sunday morning. I just wasn't there for the extra service.
That's crazy.
And all the other extra services I went to with no issue, but one extra service I missed, and then I get docked for it on my Sunday check.
That's crazy. Yeah, Jay. Like, you know, you get like a 15-minute grace period or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But like 1 minute?
Yeah.
1 minute, $50, bro. Like that's excessive AF,
At
bro.
a church, where's the compassion?
Man,
where's the compassion?
You know what I'm saying? And so I think
At a
based off what my partner said, I think that, you know, because so call
y'all
time.
killing me with this shit.
Right.
So call time is
I can't take this
their
no
call
more.
time is 7:45.
Yeah.
Their call time is 7:45. Then at 8:30 they have a meeting, and then service start at 9 a.m. Right. So with call time being at 7:45, and they use like that 7:45 to 8:30 time to, you know, run the tunes that they're gonna do. And what happens is, you know what I'm saying, a couple of them, I will say this, a couple of them, they might roll in 7:50, 7:55, you know what I'm saying, maybe right at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's happened before. And I guess it's for the MD or the praise and worship, the person over the music, I guess for them it's becoming a little, so they feel like they have to be super excessive to get their point across. Also, apparently they're really into that group time, that group hug time, like that. How was your weekend? How was you doing? All that good, like they're like, that's like on some corporate America shit, really. That's what it sounds like. And it's like that's really important to them. And that feels like that's going to make
important to that point. You got to dock somebody $50.
Well, my thing is, bro, like if that's what I'm late for, and that's what's important to you, it sounds like you're trying to make friends.
Yeah.
And in that case, you need to make friends on your own time.
Right. Exactly.
In that case, bro, like now I don't fight the docking system. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the docking system in itself, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Even you know, like JJ said earlier, you know, maybe like you know, with a grace period, you know, like maybe dock $15, $10, $20, you know, something like that. Now if service starts at 9.
Yeah.
If service starts at 9 and you just rolling in there at like 8, 8:58 or something like that. Okay, I can kind of understand.
Yeah, right.
You know, you done missed the rehearsal time, you done missed the team meeting, all that good stuff. But anything past 1 minute late, $50 off your check. Now that's cool.
Now
That's not cool.
Without, I guess, going too much into detail of that particular church, I wonder if it's in the contract. If it's not in the contract, it's like you really can't. I mean, if I sign some legitimate paper, you really can't just switch it up. Like, I need an annulment, I need an amendment or something to the contract that's going to say, hey, if I'm a minute late, if I ain't signed up off on that when I first, ain't no switching up.
Yeah.
Ain't no switching up.
This was my question to him about his situation, because again, I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
This was my question. Is like, okay, so the person
Right,
who
Jay.
the person who's putting this into place, the person who's putting it, does it apply to them as well?
Now I was gonna ask,
does it apply to them as well? And they never got back with me on that.
Yeah.
They never got back with me on that. But it's like, is it just for the team or whatever?
Yeah.
Jay said somebody must have messed it up for everybody.
Had to be, man.
Yeah, that's usually the case. That's funny he say that, because this company
or a repeat offender.
This company I play with, they have now their policy is you get fined $1 for each minute you late. So if you 2 minutes late, you get fined $2. But I'll
even take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that. No, Brandon. Based off what my friend said, because I'm asking for a friend. Based off what they said, no, it's not a. It's not like just a no show. It's like if you're not there at call time to sit down and talk about how was your weekend and have coffee and all that BS, then yeah. So it's not even that drastic what you're talking about. It's just simply not there at call time with no load in and no sound check.
Yeah, but back to JJ talking about one of them must have done something. It probably was, because back to this company, every other week they send an email of something changing the policy, because every time somebody do something. Like now, the last thing they sent was they saying if there's anything with the planner, only the lead talks with the planner, nobody else. That came up because one of the horn players got into it and went off on the planner and cussed her out and had this girl crying. I'm like, yo,
that's crazy.
He pretty much got canned from the company, man. But I'm like, yeah, man. So.
Yeah, man, and like I said, things like being punctual and stuff like that. And now this is what. Hey, coach. This is where you get no argument from me. If there is an agreed time to be at a certain place, you should be there.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless it's something drastic, some type of emergency, and we all know stuff happened. But then, even then, a responsible person is going to make way to, set certain things in place to where, like, okay, it might be traffic, so I should probably leave at this time, or, maybe I should get my clothes ready for the night before, the night, stuff like that. That's a responsible person is going to do that. And if we all agreed that we're going to be here at this specific time, then of course, so that's not, the argument isn't that, it's just that, based off what my friend told me, if you're gonna implement some type of punishment, you know what I'm saying, you can still do that without it being excessive, right? Yeah. Because then what happens is money, it just simply money don't talk for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. People love to say money talk bullshit. Wow. So just simply money isn't everybody's motivation. Like me, for example, a good work environment, you know what I'm saying? Good work environment, everybody and everything being cool, proper communication. Yeah. We talked about communication a couple weeks ago. But you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, that's what makes a dope work environment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But so like, even I've walked away from plenty of good money situations because the environment was trash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, like that couple from a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I walked away from that because the environment was, it just wasn't, what I'm saying? And that was, I'm not gonna say good. It was decent money. It was steady. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, man, mental stability, bro. And it's like, it get to a point like if you're gonna, like, if I was in that situation, because I'm speaking for a friend. Yeah. If I was in that situation, if I was in that situation, you know what I'm saying, you knock $50 off my check, even if it is good money, then at that point it's gonna become just not worth it to me. Yeah. And then at that point, like, you can go ahead and dip somebody else. James Kirkhampton. The coach, we definitely got to get you on here, man.
in that same vein, do you guys, musicians, right? When you see your comrade or your coworker or whatever doing things to mess it up, do y'all pull them to the side and say, "Hey, yo, can you please correct this? Because that warning we got, I know it was you.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna mess it up for everybody." Like, do y'all hold them accountable and just kind of, say, "Hey, get this in check," or do y'all just, that's their business and then holler when all the dogs get hit?
Well, far as for me, so because this issue happens again with this company, so with the guys that do these certain things, it's never, because this company is over 800 musicians on staff.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever does what, it's never within my gigs.
Oh, so you
so
don't.
I always find out when I get the email, and I'm like, "Oh, somebody did something again." So now we gotta do this, because it is to a point where, like when we out like at the weddings,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody offers anything like a drink or if they have food, we can't accept it. They already have food for us in the green room. They have food or whatever for us that they bring for us beforehand. So when we're out walking around and amongst the clientele or the party,
you can't eat no shrimp with them.
and then, they offer it. Yeah, we can't have none of that. But a lot of that, from what I was told, that was added to a policy because there was a time where we was able to do that, and some people, man, they don't know home training, like they ain't never had nothing before, just going overboard, getting drinks and getting loads of food, and
they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, so
and here come an email. you saw that on one of your gigs, and you didn't say nothing, Lou?
No, because I wasn't there when it happened.
Oh,
but
okay.
I was told this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you know who it was? I know the company is big, but was it one of your people?
Well, this is before I even started. I was already in place when I started playing with the company. So that was before I was a part.
What about you, Jay?
I know for me, I'm really not in a lot of situations where stuff that other people do affect me. I'm at that age now to where now every now and again I will see something and I don't even have to be involved with it, but I will see something, and because I want whoever it is I'm talking to, one of the homies, whatever, I want them to be successful.
Yeah.
I want them to I want them to be successful. I want them to, make sure that they good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see them, if up their opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So
Christopher Carr trying to get some trouble started.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see them mess up. So there are times where whether I'm involved with it or not, I might try to put them to the side or something like that. But I'm not in a lot of situations to where what other people do really affect me.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm not in a lot of situations where I'm paired with people that are just that bad or that unruly to where I have to have that, convo with them. But I will have that convo to one of the young homies or whatever. Yeah. It's like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that, or don't say that. Or when you on stage, you might want to try this, whatever. You might want to not do that, or don't drink up that tab, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot where musicians go crazy.
He said, "Bro was packing mad plates."
Musicians go crazy. I've seen it.
He took it to go home, play home, Jay.
Brandon said he's with you, Jay, on this subject. I've seen where musicians have been allotted like a tab or like a drink tab or even a drink and meal tab, and they take full advantage of it to the point where they are incapable of finishing the gig or like very unprofessional or become unruly. I've seen where a musician, like the bar have to cut the musician off with the drinks. Now I'm not gonna serve you no more, you know, because they've become so unruly, or they can't focus, or they literally are sucking on the music and causing. And I feel like in that case, you should become your brother's keeper or sisters if it's, you know, if they're there. But you should become your brother's keeper, because you, and I see your face, Jay.
Oh, well, yeah, I just thought of something.
You should become your brother's keeper, because at the end of the day, especially if it's your band or if it's somebody who you know you gig with a lot, I feel like not calling them an alcoholic, but if you know you can't hold your liquor and play or and perform, then you really don't need to have a tab, or you really don't need to partake in drinks, or somebody need. Now, it's not to say that y'all should be babysitters, but it's just that's just me, you know. If I'm serving, or if I'm on a gig with somebody who I know is messing up, I'm not gonna let them mess me up. Hey, get it together. But I've seen it where musicians just be like, oh, that's just so and so, and it's like, that's not okay.
Nah, it's definitely not okay. I do take that back. It's not really bad, but I don't know if he's still on the live or not. I won't say his name, and I won't say the name of the band.
I mean, however, I've seen a couple of names, so I'm gonna weed it out.
But with one of the bands that I played for, we played at this barbecue spot in Deep Ellum called Pecan Lodge. Pecan Lodge is better, by the way, way better than Terry Black's. You know, you get free food there. You know what I'm saying, and the food is bomb. Now, you know, of course, it's barbecue, and you know, they really wasn't monitoring what, you know, the stuff that we were ordering, because we weren't really just, you know what I'm saying, whatever. This dude got to the point he was going in ordering a pound of ribs, a pound of brisket.
Wait a minute.
Pound,
Who gonna eat all that?
I'm dead at, because what he would do, he would take it home.
Take it home.
You know what I'm saying? And then
what? Ain't never been nowhere, boy.
And then one of the other one of the other band members, like,
this free? Oh,
every break, you know, you're going to get a beer every break. You know what I'm saying? Man. Stuff like that. Yeah. Now, you know, of course, I wouldn't do something like that. Because it's like, well, bro, like, if you ever played at Pecan's Lodge, it's set up outside, and of course, you know, it's like summer, springtime when bands are playing out there. It's hot. I barely want to eat there anyway, only because, like, it's hot. It's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he my brother. I love him. But we played there a couple weeks ago, and they was like, all right, new policy. You only get one.
Chris Carr said he had foil in the car.
You only get one.
Tell you, man, it's always that one person
you only
that
get one
messes
meal.
up.
And like I say, he was ordering this just for himself, bro.
Yeah, man.
So it's like even if one of us wanted to do that, he messed it up for everybody. He would
kept going. That was okay. Now it's gonna be half price.
A pound of brisket, pound of, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I'm like, come on, bro. But yeah, so that
didn't nobody stop.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Well, but also,
you saw it. You didn't sit there and say, "Yo."
But again, it didn't affect me like that, because it's gonna be far in between. It's gonna be far in between where I'm wanting Pecan Lodge in that moment anyway, because I'm not wanting all this heavy ass food while I'm playing outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's one of the things where it's like, it really didn't, like, them saying you can only have one plate didn't affect me that much. I was only taking one plate home anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was yeah. So he did that. It's your fault. It's your fault. You know exactly who I'm talking about if you still watching. But yeah.
Okay, so I got a question. I'm finna flip the script.
All right,
Jay. So on a gig as a drummer, okay, if there was a musician you would not want to be trash on the gig, bass player, keyboard player, guitar player, which would that one be? That you would not, you didn't know who you don't know who you playing with, but you be like, this person, okay, I can deal with this, but I can't deal with this.
The one I would want to least be trash. That's tough for me. It's out of two.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of two people. For me, it's gonna be out of the singer and the bass player.
I knew it.
Okay.
It's gonna be out of the singer and the bass player. Because of course, being a drummer, you know, drums and bass, you know, that's meat and potatoes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the meat and potatoes. If anybody is supposed to be in cahoots, it's supposed to be your drummer and your bass player.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be, out of everybody, that's supposed to be the tightest pairing out of everybody. But so it's like, if I'm playing drums, I'm definitely gonna want like the most solid bass player you got.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I have to flip that, the reason it's hard because you know, you get to playing behind some of these singers, especially the ones who don't have any directing capability. That makes it difficult for the whole band.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, singer, just the front person, period. And the other, and then like, you know, the other week we was talking about, you know, that thing in the where sometimes the singer and whoever the MD is, they kind of clash and stuff like that. So I also want a dope leader. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to properly follow you. I want your hand signals on the brakes and stuff. I want them to be clear. I want them to be, you know, whatever. You know, keys I can tolerate. I can tolerate keys that aren't that great. It's just that, and I don't even mind like the other ones, right? So that'll be like keys, auxiliary, stuff like that. I don't even just don't be loud.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
If you suck, don't be loud.
Just don't
turn
be.
your stuff down.
Yeah, let me and the bass player.
They're gonna be the main ones.
Let us, you know,
loud.
let us carry this. Let me and the bass player carry this. But for me, it's a toss up between the bass player and the lead singer.
Okay. Well, I bring this up because
I was about to say why.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I was on the gig, right? And the drummer and the bass player.
Both of them. Now, if both of them are trash, you in trouble.
Yeah, and see the thing is, we had ears, so the bass player, I could cut him down, and at some form of fashion, not really just hear him much. Yeah. But you can't turn drums down. And so the drummer, like a bunch of songs. Well, even
was this with the company?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So even with some of the
it was Matt Francis and Jay Scott. All right, Matt Francis and Jay Scott. He talk about y'all. Y'all tag Matt Francis and Jay.
Bro. Once again, it's 800 something musicians on staff.
I got you.
So the drummer, he was not consistent at all with playing the grooves of the songs. And then like there are some certain songs that's like medleys that had transitions, and he was like missing the transitions. He been playing with the company for at least 6 days. I played with him a few times, and each time I play with him, it's like gap in months. So I'm like, bro, you been with the company for like 6 months plus. You should at least know this stuff by now. And then the bass player was.
Brandon said, "Put him out there."
So the bass player, he was just playing wrong notes throughout most of the gig. He was like, "Mercy, mercy, mercy." Like he was like, that's a standard. Everybody should know, but that's where
and
I got
easy.
to. But yeah, if I had to pick like somebody that I would tolerate, I could probably tolerate the guitar player because most gigs, the guitar player is not that loud to me, or I guess sometimes it depends.
You definitely ain't been in this blues scene.
Then if it's like in the ears, I can just turn them down. So, but bass player, it could be it could be a rough night.
And then
Bass player, if the bass player and the drummer not that great, then it's gonna be a long night.
And then I feel like, well, from my experience anyway, it's like, okay, everybody had to start somewhere,
Yeah.
You might not be, whatever, but also if you're not that, man, be willing to listen.
Yeah.
Like listen. Like for example, when it comes to a groove, like my kick drum and the bass groove should be on doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just say you don't know the song and I know the song. Follow my kick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Follow my kick, and then that way, you know what I'm saying, that way you can at least pick up the feel. That way you can at least pick up the groove. But even then, you like I said, you might not be able, you might not be a Vic Wooten or something like that. But at that point, you at least be able to, you know what I'm saying, get the feel of everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like so like if you're not that great, but you can listen. You can listen. That like I've even seen situations where it's like the bass player, he really not understanding the groove, and then you got a keyboard player with a solid left hand. So then at that point, okay, listen to his left hand. This is what you need to be playing when it comes to the field. Shout out to Tin Man Travis. Tin Man knew what I'm talking about with the barbecue situation, but Tin Man, I was telling him about there was a situation where a band that I know and somebody that I know, they made it to where where we can't order all the food we want to at Pecan Lodge. I'm not gonna say no names though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, if you listen, if I'm dealing with somebody who can listen, then at that point it makes it easier to carry out the gig. You know.
Yeah, man. So I got another question, brother.
What?
So, do you think that somebody will have my keys player needs his left hand? Oh man!
Shout out to Tin Man Travis.
I know one thing, man. The one I saw a funny, I think it was a meme or something some months ago where somebody had like a keyboard and it was like the lower register. Somebody said, "Do not play these."
Right.
And it was the bass player because the bass player, it's gonna be clashing.
Just put tape over it, man.
Yeah. So, right. So anyway, my other question: do you think that most or all musicians are weirdos?
Do I think that most or all musicians are weirdos? Define weirdo.
Sure.
Define weirdo.
Just not your regular everyday person. Just move. They just have a certain way they move. Where it's just,
I don't think so. I don't think most musicians are weird. But like I said again. 10 killing me. Like I said again, you would have to define what weirdo is. You know what I'm saying? There's some musicians, they're very eccentric. There's some it's this one guitar player, I forget his name. Super dope cat. He plays a lot with Brandon Kareem, and which is another person we need to get on here.
Yeah.
Shout out to homie Brandon Kareem.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He's a guitar player, and this dude dressed straight out the 70s. Like he'll have a fedora with a pink tank top on and some dress pants and some snake skin heels / boots and a silk scarf, and he plays guitar. You know what I'm saying? And and I kind of feel like that's like what he goes to Walmart in. I kind of feel like that's just him. You feel what I'm saying? Some people might call that weird, but he seems to be in his right mind. He can have a decent conversation. He a solid dude. He funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely know his music. He know his tunes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Brandon McCullough. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that who we talking about, the guitar player?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Brandon McCullough is another guy. real cool guy. TJ, I don't know if you know TJ.
Not off the top of my head.
But he's a guitar player, but he's always decked out wearing suits. Like, don't matter where gig is at.
And
like,
you know
everybody, we wearing like stuff like this, but he's always gonna be decked out.
I mean, shoot, even shout out to my man Tin Man. It's
I
like
was just about to say,
if you
Tin
see
is very
if like Tin is Tin Man has a superstar quality. You know what I'm saying? He has a superstar like celebrity quality about him. He's him. He's gonna be him. You know what I'm saying? Like even I miss the Hill, man. Like even when you go to the Hill, which that's what we called his crib because it sat on the hill, literally, right? Like when you walk in his crib looks like him.
Yeah.
Like his crib looks like him. Like, and
it felt like home too.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and he's that eccentric dude. He'll wear whatever color. He rocked the Doc Martens. He'll wear suspenders. He'll have a scarf on. I always got, like not suspenders, overalls, like whatever. Like he's an eccentric person. But it's like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I also feel like weird is in the eye of the beholder too. Like, so that again, you would have to, say, well, what's weird? I mean, now I do feel like most geniuses got mental issues. I feel like that. Okay. I feel like most people who are like just outside of this world, talented, genius, those type of artists, I feel like most of them have some type of, whether it be like social anxiety or some type of social issues. They're like they're hard to figure out, hard to talk to or whatever, but once you get them on that platform in front of a microphone on that stage or whatever, in the booth behind a producer console, like once you get them there, like, dude, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But as far as and that's because I feel like, I don't know the scientific jargon for it, but their genius takes up and creativity takes up so much of their mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't all the way have the balance of, your standard social person. Yeah. And so I feel like that for most geniuses. But as far as it being like just most music, I don't think all musicians are just weird like that.
When you think about when I hear you say weird,
Judy B, what up though?
Hey, DJ Judy.
She got don'ts in the trunk.
When I think about a weird musician, and I think about it from all aspects, so I actually
introverts. Tim say introvert. Now I'm an introvert.
Yeah, I was about to say I actually gravitate to those because sometimes they have a breath of fresh air about them, and like Jay was saying about their creativity. So you think about Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. I don't see them as normal. Same as Prince.
But that's what makes them such great creators.
Right.
Yeah.
There's this chick I follow. She's a front man for her band or for, her performances. Totally. I don't see really nobody doing what she's doing, or at least I don't follow a lot of people who's doing what she's doing, but
exactly
her name is Stout.
Oh.
I love her.
Dude.
She is so different. She's different. She's a breath of fresh air.
She one of the chicks that sang for Corey here in the Funk Apostle.
Her
freaking amazing.
Her vocal ability, her shows are just
dark, right?
Yeah. Her shows are just so different.
Yeah.
So different. Yeah. And you gravitate to it, or if you're following her, you gravitate to her videos because it's like, I wonder what she's doing now, or I wonder what she's doing at this show. And she takes all her creativity and display it. Like, she's not hiding it from the world. She's not hiding how she look, what she dressed like, her create. Like, she does her creativity on stage while she's performing. Same thing, I'd say Tank and the Bangers. I like her. I like the way she dressed. I like her personality. I like just everything about her because she's so different than what, you know, what's out there. And even to bring it home, like even in the Dallas community, I'll say somebody like Blanche. I like her because she's different. I say somebody like, well, Tin Man, when I met him, I had never met anybody like Tin Man. Such a breath of fresh air. And he's a gentleman. I love you, Tin. He's a gentleman. And so when you meet musicians and entertainers like that, it's like, yes. Not all, not even trying to be funny because I'm a regular schmegler. I say that all the time. I'm a regular schmegler, but it's a breath of fresh air to meet somebody who's not a regular schmegler. Somebody who actually has something to offer to the culture, not somebody mimicking somebody else, another Jay or another Lou. You actually have somebody who's really trying to be different, or really trying not even so much to be different, just be themselves openly. Like musicians, I want you guys to be open. Let us see, you know, let us into that world. No, never mind. I was about to say let us into the world behind closed doors, but
I'm gonna say this. Two things, right? One, it's a difference between, to me, there's a difference between being weird and liking weird shit. I don't think I'm weird, but I like weird shit. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I can see art in damn near anything. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm cool with weird shit. I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. That's one. Two, I also feel like, and it's kind of piggybacking off what Professor Mel is saying. I like entertainers, right?
Right.
And something, it's gotten better. I'll say this, it has gotten better, right? But especially like I'll just speak on the Dallas scene. Most cats in the Dallas scene are kind of just too cool for school. You feel what I'm saying? Talented.
Explain that.
About to. Talented, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and they, you know, and they sit on stage and they sit there and play.
And that's it.
And that's all you're gonna get. It's, you know, whatever. But then you have entertainers. You take people like, I always, when I'm talking about entertainers from Dallas, I always have to give a shout out to Desi 5. Another cat we need to have on the show. I always give a shout out to Desi 5. Desi, that dude is going to entertain. I have this thing where I tell people, yo, forget the stage that's just in front of the room. I love an entertainer who understands the concept that this whole room is my stage. You feel what I'm saying? I don't just have to confine myself
to the stage,
to just this one spot on the stage, or going side, you know, back and forth, side to side on the stage. Somebody like a Desi 5, that dude, do not give him a cordless mic. That dude, he gonna hop on chairs. He gonna hop on the bar. He gonna do whatever. They just had this Juneteenth thing in Deep Ellum. It was something like that in Deep Ellum, and I saw a video. Somebody took a video of Desi getting on it. This dude had on a whole Superman costume with a cape and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dude is an entertainer. Like I look at the cats like, you know, going back to like your Prince, your Michael Jackson, your your James Brown, guys that really knew how to work a room.
George Clinton,
Parliament. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These people, especially like your old school musicians, man, like if this tune was high energy, if this song was high energy, man, it's like yo, entertain entertain the people. When I'm being the front man, I try my best in my own right to not just do these tunes, you know what I'm saying, entertain people. Another person, that was one of the things that I loved about Friday's Foolery. You watch Friday's Foolery, especially back in the day, man. KJ Gray playing bass, he's entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Not like, yeah, he's a dope bass player. Yeah, this and that. But Buddy is just entertaining, like the energy, whether it's a fast song, slow song, whatever. Buddy is entertaining to watch, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I like stuff like that, and I feel like I don't think that in itself is weird. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think that's weird. I think that's more so just bringing a certain level of entertainment and artistry to, not everybody don't have to do it.
Right. Why would your intro be like that, Bo?
Stupid.
Now, and this is what I tell people who want to be a front person, right? You can sit on a stool on stage and sing Summertime and still be entertaining.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a dope entertainer to me is somebody who knows how to literally bring the crowd in, get their attention, for lack of a better word, grab the crowd by the balls.
Yeah.
And control them and hold their attention, take them on an emotional roller coaster, really get the crowd involved. That's a dope entertainer to me. You feel what I'm saying? That's a dope entertainer to me.
Yeah.
And there's so many ways you can entertain. You feel what I'm saying? You take if you're a drummer, you take drum solos, getting the crowd involved, having everybody clap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your drum solo, like, that's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many. It's just so. It's a difference between being an entertainer and a altar call worker, Bo. You have altar calls at your shows. That's different.
Pretty good,
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? I play a pretty mean skin flute.
Oh hell no!
So it's like. So yeah, so I think it's cool to take that what some people may consider weirdness and bring. I think it's cool to bring that to a stage as a front person or just as a musician. Period.
But then I agree with DJ Judy. She said there's level to the weirdness, and I feel like a person can only truly appreciate the. I hate using the word to define, but a person can really appreciate the weirdness of an individual just as much as they are weird, if that makes sense. So like, I'm not gonna understand, like, who was it? I was watching a movie, and Jay, maybe you can tell me, and Lou, you could tell me who it is. There's a musician, or he did LSD. Who was it?
You just mentioned all
of
the 60s.
them. I know he had a movie. Okay. Was it Jimi Hendrix?
Sure.
Oh.
He's a music.
Anyway.
He's a musician who did LSD.
I know, but I forgot who the musician really was. Maybe it was Jimi Hendrix. I can't remember. But anyway, they tapped into their weirdness or their beyond human capabilities every time they were on LSD, and you felt it in their music.
You might be talking about because there's a documentary outside.
Tales from the tour bus. Tales from the tour bus, and you might be talking about when he was talking about whenever they would take their trip.
Doing the experiment. They got with these people, whatever experiment, they put them on LSD.
Bo, log off this instant. Log off this instant.
He said it was Bill Cosby.
Log off this instant.
Sir, that is not. Oh, 10, I'm not talking about you. Why would he raise his hand talking about me?
Man, listen, that dropped
Ray Charles. I want to say, in the movie, he had records all on the floor. I forgot what movie it was.
It might be. It definitely might be.
I know it wasn't Ray Charles, but anyway,
maybe it was Dewey Cox.
You could really appreciate. I really appreciated. I guess experiencing him at that level. Because I don't want to do LSD, but the capabilities that he tapped into just by him being out of the box. I'm not pushing drugs or nothing like that, y'all. But what I'm saying is there are certain like DJ Judy like DJ Judy said, there are levels to this weirdness, right? So like you can only appreciate the weirdness of a person just as far as your weirdness goes. So if you were uptight in the booty person, then of course you're not going to appreciate a good show. If you a person that goes with the status quo like Beyonce, then you're not going to appreciate, something else that's more open or more different than that. You know what I'm saying? So like
we got the block Bo.
So since we on this
now, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Of course, my brand is funk. I'm a funk connoisseur and stuff like and all that stuff, man. So I felt like, man, I had to, to really tap into, what my funk forefathers was doing. There was one time where I definitely had to take. It was a short trip. We just ran around the corner.
Okay.
We just ran around the corner. You know what I'm saying? But I was only there for a little bit. I didn't stay long.
You was visiting.
Yeah. It was just a little quick. Yeah.
Since we on these levels of weirdness. Now, I know you remember this. We talked this a little bit before we went live.
He said, I'll be y'all biggest supporter.
So
I'm not going to block you, Bo.
So a few years ago, there was these two guys that was at the Freeman. And they decided to get on stage. And
I know what you're talking about.
I don't even know if they were singing, but they were just screaming at the top of their lungs. And these same two guys, so I did I was doing a residency for a little bit at the Freeman. And the first night I played, we wasn't even doing open mic. The mic was there, and dude just decided he want to grab the mic and start yelling because he wasn't singing.
Yeah, this was.
And then he just started rambling, yelling, "Gumbo, gumbo, gumbo, gumbo."
Yeah, see that was different.
Yeah,
that was different.
That's a different type of.
And I was especially dealing with Deep Ellum, man.
Not that one.
Especially in Deep Ellum, I've definitely ran across some weirdness. I would say, but again, man, especially when it comes to arts, I try not to be.
He said name drop or it's fake news.
Oh, it's a video. It's definitely a video.
Oh yeah, they call themselves the Devils. I say they name.
Both of them.
I don't know their actual name, but
it's
the name
video.
of them was called. They called themselves the Devils.
Devils not welcome here.
It's a video out there, so it definitely happened, bro. He said it was a Billy Bob. No. Shout out to the homie Billy Bob. But yeah, man. But I mean, like I said, we getting ready to take a little break in a little bit, but yeah, man. I definitely think it's cool to, tap into your artistry and stuff like that, and not like, old school cat told me a long time ago, a lot of people love to say think outside the box. Try thinking to where there is no box.
Right.
Just F the box altogether, right? And really do you, and then also understand that there's a market for everything. I tell people this all the time. There's a market for everything. So whatever it is.
If Ice JJ Fox got on doggone Wild and Out,
right?
There's a market for everything.
There's a market for everything, man. And it's like whether it's considered weird or whether it's considered whatever, it's always important to be you as an artist, because you're not the only person that like what you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I think a lot of artists, they don't do as well is because they're scared to be them. They're scared. They're scared of what other people gonna think. They scared whatever. It's like they scared what, the family gonna think, what the homies gonna think. It's like, well, bro, that's not your market audience. Tap into the people who is messing with what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tap into the audience who's messing with what you are, and don't necessarily be concerned about the people who not. You know what I'm saying? You wanna talk to the people who are going to mess with exactly what it is that that you do.
Free.
Hey man, look, like I said, Bo, I went around the corner, man, and it helped. I'm just saying. I went around. Like I said, it was just a short trip. That just This went back, you know what I'm saying?
And it helped too.
And it did help. You know what I'm saying? But listen, hey man, this is DFW Shed Sessions, man. We definitely having a dope time, having a dope conversation. We about to pay some bills real quick. Now, as far as these ads that y'all see, now for the time being, you know, we kind of looking out for the homies. So if you have anything that you want to promote, if you got any, whether it's your side hustle or your business, whatever the case may be, if you got anything like that, man, shoot it to us. Shoot us an already made flyer or already made promo video or whatever, and we'll do that and you know, spread the word about what you got going on. We've done it for a couple of the homies or whatever. We've done it for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a better way we can, you know, tap into each other and, you know, help support each other, man. So you about to see some ads real quick.
Yeah,
We're
man.
not going anywhere. We're not done.
Buy my CD.
You know what I'm saying? Right, by my mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got some ads and stuff coming up, but you know, we still riding this funk train for a little bit, so don't go anywhere. We're gonna be right back shortly. Is that cool? Is that cool?
Yes.
All right, don't bust that nut just yet. We will be right back. See, I'm a photographer. Feel what I'm saying? So if they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, it's my job to make sure they hear every last one of them. I got you.
What up, everybody? What's up, fam, man? Y'all are here with your boy, Mr. Music, a.k.a. The Boss. Listen, if you have not, man, definitely go check out my music school. I have a school located in the DeSoto area called Mr. Music School of Music. Check that out, MrMusic.com. I also have a party band from the DFW area, Soulful Sounds Party Band. If you have not, look that up, man. Go follow us on all social media platforms.
Y'all, I finally did it. I finally finished my first ebook, From Overlooked to Overbook, the blueprint to a successful career as a musician. Y'all, I poured my heart and soul over this ebook, compiling information from many years of experience that I feel would be beneficial to anybody who's looking to level up their career as a musician. I got so many topics on there, 10 different topics on there, talking about EPKs, professionalism, the gear to use. Go over to my link in bio, check out my ebook, follow me as I give more daily tips in regards to this topic to your future.
You don't have to be a You used to be my angel, then you switched. You don't have to be a You used to be my angel, then you switched. You just switched it to a
All right, good people. We are back. We just had to take a quick pause for the calls.
Yeah, man. And the cause it was.
Yeah, buddy. So
Get myself situated.
make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, DFW Shed Sessions. Also, you guys could follow us on Instagram and TikTok under DFW_Shed Sessions. And you can follow us on Facebook under the DFW Shed Sessions FB page. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and get to these social media plugs. So, Professor Melwell, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram under Professor Melwill. That is Professor Melwill.
Okay. My good brother,
Yo.
J Ell, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me under J Ell Groove on Facebook, Instagram. Shoot. You can also find me on Talk Tick or whatever. If you want to ride this funk train, holla at me on Facebook, Instagram. That's FUNKYO Feelings, Funk Your Feelings. And if you want to dabble in some of my other ventures, another one of my projects or whatever, one of them being photography and videography, that's another Groove project. You can find
Dope
us.
work.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Also, I got to plug something real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all seen that we dabble in some of this Funk You Couture. It's supporting the brand or whatever. We are dropping our summertime fine line. So now we got tank tops, we got tie-dye colors, and of course with the rest of our merch line or whatever. I don't think anybody want a hoodie right now, but I mean, just in case you
I know these young kids might.
Man, just in case you just build like that, we still got those too, man.
They be wearing hoodies.
But yeah, man. So this week, man, we got tank tops. And we got tie-dye shirts, man. So holla at us on that. Lastly, man, yeah. So yeah, that's my social media. Well, we gonna come back to me. Lou, what about you? Where can they find you at?
Okay.
See, I was good this week. I didn't say nothing about OnlyFans and Pornhub and X-Hamster and all that, even though you can find me there too. But I didn't say none of that this time.
You just did.
No, I was talking about how I didn't do it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Where can they find you at, Lou?
Carried it too? Okay. All right, so you can find me on TikTok, Lou Paul Beats, Instagram, Lou Paul Beats, YouTube, Lou Paul Beats. Also, I have music out on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Just look me up on the Lou Paul Beats. If you decide you want to add any of my music to your playlist, just feel free.
Already.
Yeah. So
I gotta plug something else real quick though.
Okay.
So for those of y'all that's watching, man.
You got an outlet?
Huh?
You got an outlet?
Outlet?
Yeah. You say you need to plug some. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Ba-doom, boom. Psh. All right, go.
Just push one of your buttons for yourself. Hey, so for everybody that's watching, that's following, man, I know a lot of the community and a lot of y'all have heard about front yard concerts. This is something that good friend, good dude. His name is Matthew Kurzman. He started this during the pandemic. Pretty much what, and I've played it before. I know Lou Paul, he's played it before. And pretty much what he started doing was he started allowing musicians to come literally play in front of his front yard for his neighbors because, you know, the musicians, they didn't have anywhere to go. And, you know, the neighbors, the people, they didn't have anywhere to go or whatever. And he allowed a lot of us during the Pan Series Salmon, he allowed a lot of us to come and, you know, just play in front of his front yard and stuff like that. So he kept that going. And a lot of the heavy hitters, a lot of the homies has been on it. You know what I'm saying? Frank Mocha, Bobby Sparks, Mike Pugh, Tonic has been on there. You know, a lot of the good homies. So that being said, it's Funk Your Feelings' turn. So this Sunday,
oh nice.
Funk Your Feelings will be playing the front yard concerts from.
It's gonna get stanky out there, boy.
It's a secret location. It is a secret location. So make sure you can hit me up for the address if you plan on coming out there. It's a secret location, but it's just an hour. It's going to be from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So if you ain't got nothing to do, pull up. If you want to bring a blanket out there, I would suggest probably bringing a lawn chair, bring a cooler, I don't know who they are, Bo. I don't know those people. But it's bring a lawn chair. You want to bring a cooler. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be hot. Also, we're selling merch out there as well. You know what I'm saying? So come check out the Front Yard Concerts again. It's this Sunday from 6 to 7. It's a secret location. So just let me DM me. All right, so just DM me and man, we'll get you that location, man. But yeah, Front Yard Concerts. Make sure you follow them. Follow Matthew Kurzman as well. It's definitely a dope thing that he did for the community. So that's probably actually somebody else we need to have on the show for sure. I know you played. We had fun. I played it with you.
Yeah, Mike.
Man. I know that was definitely a fun time, man.
Yeah, man. So since you
bring money to support the band,
that
you goddamn right.
Since you was making a plug, I thought I guess I'd go ahead and make a plug too.
Yeah, we live.
So so Friday in Fort Worth, there's a spot that I play at on Friday nights. If y'all guys want to just come out Friday night, just hang and enjoy some good soul music and some drinks, come out to the Hamilton Social. It's also they still working on getting the sign changed, but you'll see Peppermint Lounge on the top on the sign, but it's changed to Hamilton Social. So if you like to come out, just hit my inbox and I'll send you guys the address. We go from 8 to 11.
Also, Bo, you've already been on the show. Also, since we plug, we might as well plug. Since my good brother Tin Man is on every Saturday. Tin Man, I forgot the name that you gave us, but every Saturday from 3 to 6, you can catch. It's not the Tin Can Trio, it's the other one. Put the name in the comments, Tin Man. But every Saturday from from 3 to 6, you can catch us at 8 Dares in Deep Ellum. Hands down.
I was wondering where that name came from.
Hands down, the best hood burger you've ever had in your life. I will put that to anybody. The best hood burger
even
you've
better
ever
than
had.
Grips.
The best hood burger.
Okay.
The best hood burger you've ever had.
Better than Bo's?
Bo don't make. It's Keno that makes the burgers.
I mean Keno.
The best hood burger.
Okay.
Even when I took him, shout out to my little brother Keno Johnson, Keno Badass Burgers. But even when I took Keno there, and Keno's burgers are phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But even when I took him there, he was like, "Yeah, I mean it's different. It ain't mine, but yeah, this the one." So yeah.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, man. So that's the plug. If you want to check out Tin and Tonic every Saturday at 8 Airs from 3 to 6, man, come check us out.
Yep. So what are we talking about?
I was just about to say, if y'all got anything going on, put it in the comment section. So Chris said every Tuesday, MVB at Sambuca 360.
Okay. Shout out to Chris Carr. All the people in the comment section.
Okay, so just next month then just check out the Tonal Tinctures. Tin, where you be coming up with these names from, man?
I don't know.
Tin Can Trio was enough, bro. But anyway, yeah, that's definitely dope. Check us out in a couple weeks then, I guess, man. So, Lou, have you ever had to fire a musician?
No, because I've never been in that position.
Yeah.
I never been in that boss position.
Mm-hmm. You never thought about starting your own band?
I mean, I've had somewhat of a band, but it never was anything that was just consistent.
Yeah.
Or because I don't know. To me, it's a pain in the butt.
Trust me, it definitely is. I don't know, man. It's like when you're in a band leader position, or not even just more so a band leader, but a band owner position. I say for me personally, man, like sometimes you get fed the F up, bro.
Yeah,
you get fed up, and I know for me personally, it takes a lot for me to be like, all right, bro, yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, we good on that. Like there's even some subs that I've had come in. And it's like, okay, yeah, bro, we're not putting you back on my call list. Not even necessarily because they suck. It was just more so they just came with too much shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now there have been a point to where I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna call this person, or I'm not this person. I'm more likely not call because of this reason. But,
okay, let me.
But there ain't never been no. I gotta let you go.
So let me ask you this: what does it take to get put on Lou Paul's no call list?
No call list.
What does it take to get put on your no call list?
I think for one, man, I mean, one of the things that I guess far as for me is, I mean, just being on time and just make sure you solid on.
You docking $50? They not on time.
I've never been in that position to dock people, but
I agree, 10.
But I you know, if there's a position for me to call somebody or who I'm gonna contact, like say, well, we need a drummer or we need a bass player, and I'm putting a band together, then yeah, in that sense. But far as you know, if I'm cutting somebody or firing or docking somebody, I never been in that position per se.
I feel that. For me, man, it's just more so. It's just more like I say. I try not to be so much in the judgment seat when it comes to people, because I understand people be having stuff going on and all that good stuff, man. It just get to a point to where there are times where it just becomes too much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just becomes too much to deal with, even if you like hella talented, but like you have just too much going on outside of. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about it, man, but I don't want to talk about it. But there was this that's a good question, but that was a question for you, Lou, but we'll get to that after this. But it was just this one situation. I called this cat, man. Called this cat to play. I'm laughing because Bo know who I'm talking about. Bo, if I say Gristle, you know who I'm talking about. But I called this cat to sub for me, man, and gave him the music plenty of time. So one he didn't know the music. One, he didn't know the music. Two, he showed up late. Yeah. And then like as a matter of fact, Bo was there that night. We playing and it's one of them situations where you said who would you rather not suck or rather not, whatever. And the reason I hired this cat in the first place is because I had been watching him from a distance. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I've seen you play mostly church and stuff like that. And I've seen you do your thing, and I think we can mold that and it could be a good fit. Yeah. Also, I don't see you bouncing. Well, I see why now, but I don't see you bouncing from band to band, whatever. And not, like nothing against the young brother personally, man, but it's he showed up to the gig, man. Wasn't really hanging with us like that, man. And then like so around this time, brother Bo, he wasn't staying in Dallas, but he just happened to be there that weekend, and he came to our show, and my brother had to just hop on keys and save the rest of the show. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, and then on top of that, Buddy just came with a lot of, like, he was just going through a lot in his personal life, you know what I'm saying? Always taking, stuff to Facebook and stuff like that. And it get to a point, man. But then it's like later on, I saw him post, and this was a while ago. I don't know if he's still dealing with that now, but like this was a while ago, it was one of them, how come don't nobody hire me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, like all this drama that you got on Facebook and going live and going off and this, that, and the other, it's like, bro, like cats really don't want to be around that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether, regardless how talented you are, cats really don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Cats really don't want to, you know what I'm saying, be around that, man. Hopefully it's cool now, but it's like that was one of them situations where it's like, all right, bro, man, I can't hire you again.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I wanna answer both questions. So I'm gonna rephrase my answer because for one, far as for me, 90% of my gigs, musicians are already in place. I rarely get gigs to where I make the call musicians, and it's not per se established band. It's usually a group of guys we just put together for a gig, and 98% of the time, the guys that I call are solid. So I never been in no position where I had to be like, oh, I gotta let this dude go because I don't have no established band.
Right.
And so, but on this other note, now when I was playing at, I ain't gonna say where I was playing, but I was doing the residency for a while.
I wonder if you know what I'm talking about, Jay.
I was doing the residency for a while, and the bass. At first, it was just me and the drummer. Mm-hmm. And I'll play key bass and keys, and bass. This guy that came, he started coming out to the residency, and he offered to play with he didn't ask for no money. He said, I just want to play with y'all.
Okay.
So there's sometimes he'll be solid, and sometimes some things just wasn't kind of connecting far as just the vibe of playing with him. Mm-hmm. So after a while, one of my other guys told me, he said, man, I think you should can the bass player or whatever. So I just told him, I said, man, he's here like he's a willing worker.
Yeah.
So
I hate willing workers, bro.
He's a willing worker. So I like, how can
I hate them.
How can I can somebody that I
right.
get, and he come in, he's helping me. So he was there for a few more months, and then I told him I decided I wanted to go another direction. I ended up using another guy for a little while, and this was like probably right before pandemic happened. Then pandemic happened. Then everything went to a pause, and then that was pretty much it.
I got you.
But yeah.
Hey, real quick, man. Real quick, we got two of my all-time favorite songwriters out of Dallas on the live, man. I want to know, one thing. So, Tim Man, do you write songs for other people? Tim Man, do you write songs for other people? Jason, what's your process when you write songs for other people? Like, do you keep them in mind, or are you just wanting them to sing what it is you do? Y'all get in the comments, man, with that one. This is also why we need to have y'all on the show. Mm-hmm. But I'm very interested, man, because when it comes to the songwriting process, so it's them two and also my good brother Jamie Valhalla, man. Their song and both of them are master, especially when it comes to writing love songs. Mm-hmm. Both of them are like master love songwriters, bro.
Cool.
The tunes that Tim Man has written for his wife, shout out to Queen Amy. Mm-hmm. And the tunes that Bo has written just because he's sad and drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's coming out with some bangers. But I want to know, Tim Man, one, have you ever wrote for somebody else? I've written more poems for guys, girlfriends, for ramen noodles. Yeah. Okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And Bo, if you listening, man, what's your process for writing for other people? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put that in the comments, man.
Yeah, do you be like, this song too good, I'm keeping this for myself?
Man,
I ain't doing it.
man, it be like that sometimes. But yeah. Man.
So since you was talking about you had to fire somebody, has this happened on multiple, or what was the worst that you had to fire somebody for?
What was the worst that I've had to fire some? So technically, I've only quote unquote fired one person, technically, and that was more so just he didn't get called back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and that's family. So I give him a lot of shit, but that's family. So I want to tread lightly. But and for the people who know,
has there ever been like an altercation where you?
No, it's never been. I'll say this, man. For the most part, I've in my tenure of working with people. The guys that I've worked with, especially as far like my most consistent, I've had technically I've had 3 bands The very first band I ever actually. The very first band that I ever had was this group called the Kingsmen.
Okay.
And I put that together because we were doing we were the backing band for this play. Then I came up with I had another band which was kind of like pretty much another groove project.
Yeah.
That's kind of where that whole concept came from. And then, so now we have my most consistent band, which is Funk Your Feelings. And I can say, as far as Funk Your Feelings is concerned, I've actually had some pretty dope cats where I haven't really had any real altercation with. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
I haven't had any real, like, I mean, there's been some situations within some of the, you know what I'm saying? Well, even with that, I didn't fire or get fired. I walked away from that. But
Chris, that was funny.
I've been able to work with some dope cats that it hasn't been like one of those 5 heartbeat situations where we're ripping each other clothes off and rolling around on stage. You know,
holding somebody upside down over the bill.
Right. It ain't been one of them. And then like the people who have walked away, they walked away on their own. I didn't let them go. But now, granted, I made it. I will, now that I'm an adult, I may have made it easy for them to walk away.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they walked away on their own. It's only one person that whatever, and that was just more so because I think he just got real comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I told y'all the story a while back about the situation where I had the drummer who wanted to buy another drum set and stuff like that. And, you know, he did all that and that good stuff. And I think I think my little bro just got kind of comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't, you know, and then, you know, the person that I got to replace him, man, even to this day, it's just never been that type of issue to where he felt like I can do any and everything that I want to do.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's been the one situation where I just, you know, like, yeah, bro, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Still my family to this day. I feel like if I needed to call him for a sub, I feel like we could do that now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's
funny,
yeah.
man. I be thinking I be feeling like subs is more important than you doing a gig these days.
What you mean?
in some form of fashion. Like if you don't like have a sub that's good as you or better than you, it's like
man, you know what? Your call list as a band leader and band owner, your call list, man. It's literally the same as like when you playing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you when you you know what I'm saying? Like let's just say, you know, playing basketball and stuff like that. Your bench need to be just as solid as your starting five.
Pretty much.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like. And it's like, for me, I feel like, man, I have such a because of the relationships that I've built over all of these years or whatever. I have such a dope Rolodex of people who can, you know what I'm saying, you know, do what they need to do as subs. It's just that the only thing that I hate about having a sub all the time is like you've built your sound.
Yeah.
You've built your sound. You've built, you know, everybody know you. This is that and the other, and it's like, you know, when you bring that sub in, while they're super talented, they may your sound is going to change a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? But for me, I just so happen to, you know what I'm saying, have like just a solid group of, you know what I'm saying, a solid group of people that I can call, you know what I'm saying, that can get the job done.
That's what I want to say. Be a great sub and have good subs, because I'm telling you, that's what keeps the work rolling.
I have a question.
Shout out to No Habla, man. Y'all, Hedris he's definitely a problem, man.
I have a question. Cause Lou, you've had your own band before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
of some sort, yeah.
Okay, then both of y'all can answer this. Do you guys ever, when you have, because Jay, you just talked about, I have to be careful how I ask this because I actually know who you were talking about. Jay, you said you had to get rid of, your family because, for lack of better words, he was smelling his britches.
Sure.
Okay.
I use the term he got comfortable.
Okay. He got comfortable.
He got a little bit too familiar.
I was about to say he didn't respect the relationship between
The business versus family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys?
Timmy said, "Careful."
I'm be careful, Tin. I'm be careful. Do you guys ever step back and say, he said, "Maybe they should have been washed"?
That's funny. I'm just saying.
Bo, you stupid. Do you guys ever take when you have to make hard decisions like that, or maybe they're not hard to you, but when you have to make decisions like that, or when you have to interrupt, the flow to make those decisions or deal with somebody, maybe not even fire them, but deal with them. Do you ever take a step back and say, maybe, okay, how do I ask this? Do you ever question the people you hire as far as like saying they are a reflection of your character or yourself? Do you understand my question? So like the people in your band, I know you pick them because maybe they sound good or they can play or whatever, but do you guys ever just sit there and be like, dang, that decision to hire this person, that they're doing is a reflection of my character. Maybe I need to correct something in myself when I deal with other people as well. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's probably more of a question for Jay, because I've always had I'm just piece some people together, just do a gig, and that never.
So Jay,
on that area.
Dealing with all the friction that you've dealt with throughout the years with your bands. Do you ever, when something pop up, an issue, or even you having to let somebody go, or having an issue with the performance of a person, or the, like you just said, the business ethics of a person that you've hired in your bands, do you ever just stand back and say, dang, I do the same ish? Well, let me correct myself as well, because I am a firm believer, how you treat or how you handle somebody else's stuff, you're going to see it again when it's time for you to have your stuff, because it's karma. So my question is, do you ever look at said individuals and be like, I do that too, let me correct that, because I don't want nobody to do it to me?
I'll say for me personally, musically, yes. Going from being just a drummer or backing drummer, like starting there and then having to be a drummer who's now the MD, to then going there and being a front person. When I go back to being a drummer, it made me respect the MD and the front person more, because now I have personal experience what they go through leading us musically.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So musically, whenever I'm in an MD position, or like I said, MD position or front man, when I got to those positions, it made me say, okay, let me make sure I do this better. Let me make sure I pay attention better. Let me make sure blah, blah, blah. Let me make sure I do that better musically. When it comes to business ethic, I'm going to say no, because that wasn't stuff that I would do. You feel what I'm saying? That, like, the issues that I've had with other cats, when it comes to ethic, that was stuff like I say it all the time. I was humbled very early. You know what I'm saying? I was humbled very early. So when it comes to things like getting too comfortable, when it comes to things like stuff like that, getting to like I said, business ethic, going over your music,
or even just communication, timeliness,
proper communication, stuff like that.
all of that.
When it comes to stuff like that, I was humbled very early. Now, of course, there are still situations where I might show up a couple minutes late, or I might, whatever. But even my thing about proper communication, well, the reason I'm big on proper communication is because that was something that was instilled in me early when it comes to those, those type things or whatever. But it's like, so in any situation that I'm in, I'm never too comfortable.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm never too, so that wasn't a, that wasn't an issue. Now, there was one issue. There was one issue where, and this is kind of where I say I made it, looking back on it, I made it easy for them to leave. There was one issue when one of my band members left. Well, they left because I stopped being friendly with them.
Yeah.
Because there was a situation where, long story short, I have this thing to where I'm like this. I feel like, titles are or words are important. Titles are important. Stuff like friend, family, OG, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't use those words loosely. And I feel like those words come with a certain level of responsibility. Now, if we're just simply homies, if we just simply coworkers, whatever, I don't have a certain expectation for you, right? But if I call you my friend, if I call you my OG, whatever, my thing is I don't feel like I can call you friend or we can call each other friend if there's a situation where I get fucked over and you still support that situation.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. So there was a situation where I got messed over and my friend continued to support that situation. Well, it's like, okay, bet I'm not gonna fire you. We can still be coworkers, but I'm not gonna call you friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna disrespect you. I understand you still gotta do what it is you gotta do, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, I don't feel like you can. I don't feel like we can have that type of relationship again.
Yeah.
If you like sit there and literally, and not only that, agree that I was messed over.
Yeah.
Agree that those people should have handled that situation. You agree. You feel what I'm saying? And you still support that? I bet. Go ahead and support that.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to mess with your money, but the relationship ain't gonna be the same. At this point, we just coworkers.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, my attitude seeped through when it came to that, and they were like, we did a couple more gigs, and they were like, and I'm pretty sure their point of view was like, okay, buddy acting funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too cool with that. So I might just need to just go ahead and you know what I'm saying, leave. So in that situation, that happened with somebody walking away. But then, on the flip side, if I had got missed, if the shoe was on the other foot and they got messed over the same way, like the exact same way, but then I turned around, I wouldn't turn around and supported that like that, especially if I call you family.
Yeah.
10 men know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that. But did I answer your question?
For the most part.
All right. We doing any recurring segments?
Yeah, man. We got the recurring segments, man. We got we got top 5.
Who gonna do the top 5 tonight?
I do top 5. It's fine.
Okay.
I do top 5. I do top 5. So, top 5. Give me your top 5 songs that people never play like the record?
Oh man,
That's everything.
man, I know, right? So
It's like people think they know it, but they really don't play it like it's supposed to be played.
okay, let's see here. Okay, so here's one. What's that song? We Are One.
That's my song.
The
Yeah. Man, I know bands that just skip that all together.
the last part. I think everybody plays that last part wrong. Even I'm used to playing it because I go back when I went back and listened to the record. I like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so that's one that I noticed over time. The Beyonce version of Before I Let Go, when they add the car wash bit, nobody ever. But it's a little tricky how it's incorporated in the song anyway. But I've never heard anybody.
You mean Candy?
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Candy, not car wash. Yeah. Yeah. Never Too Much is another one.
That's on my list.
You know, we didn't had numerous.
Yeah, we done talked about that song.
We always gotta have discussion before that song starts.
Man.
It's so funny.
How do y'all play it?
We played that last Friday.
Yeah.
And we didn't have discussion. So hopefully this goes right.
Yeah. Did it?
Actually, it did.
I'm
Surprisingly.
I'm happy to hear that.
Surprisingly, with the drummer, the drum was the main person we was worried about.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Never Too Much. What else?
You know, it's funny. It's funny, and I think it's one of the things. And this is something we can talk about on another episode. But people really don't respect drummers musically as much as they should. Like people really be like, people feel like all we do is just beat on shit. We don't know that we don't.
Man,
we can't be MDs. We don't know any theory. We don't know. It's like, bro, like y'all chill out on some of these drummers, man. Some of these drummers know they shit more than you think. Like even for me, like on before Never Too Much. You know, Never Too Much. Like I done got into flat out arguments with people like, yo, how do y'all play it? We play it like the record. Okay, what's your version of the record? Oh, well is this count? Well, I was like, no, bro, that's not the record. Bro, yes it is. No, bro, that's not. All right, man, what? All right, bro, listen to it real quick.
The record never lies.
Oh, shit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, you know, some drummers know they stuff. Anyway, continue with your list.
Okay, so what did I say? I said We Are One, Beyonce version for I Let Go. Rock With You, Modulation. Well, that's what Chris said, but that depends. It also depends on who you playing with. I think it's mostly the urban community.
Urban.
Yeah. To be politically correct, the
black people,
the black folks, because you know we just known for
the Niagaras.
Yeah, we just known to put our own seasoning on stuff.
Right.
So, what else?
And everything don't need to be a revision or something. You can play it the way it's supposed to be played. We gonna appreciate that too.
It's another one. I think A Long Walk.
Yeah.
I think it's that bridge part where people kind of play those changes wrong. I've noticed with some bass players. What else? Oh, another one is Superstition.
Man, listen.
Nobody plays that song like the record.
Oh my!
I never, and it's so funny. The company I play with, cause everything's with tracks, so it's exactly like the record.
Man, I play with, I play with quite a few, blues bands, and I do blues jams, and Superstition is one of them ones that people just, it's the white version of the Dallas mixtape. Superstition is just if somebody blues jam with Superstition is gonna always be one of them ones. And man, you get these guys, whether it's these keyboard players or guitar players, man, like like, and bro, and it's like that's you know that's one of my all time favorite drum grooves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I play it like especially starting out. I play you know what I'm saying? It's like everything is set up for you
and what's so
perfectly.
Funny, that song is supposed to start with the drummer, and I'm get to his charge for it because I done got actually shout out to Donna Johnson last week. The time I played with his band, and he'll be like Superstition, and I just started playing. He said, "Oh wait, let me start it off. I'm supposed to start it off."
Yeah.
I like okay, so yeah, I've been guilty as charged as doing that. So yeah.
Stop.
What happened?
No, I was just telling you to stop.
Man.
So yeah, that'd be my top 5, brother.
Man, for me, so, and it's not in any particular order. Superstition is definitely one of them. Superstition is one of them. Man, the bridge on How Does It Feel be kicking y'all in y'all ass, bro. Da 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 da.
Oh yeah. Man,
bro,
that's
the
like
bridge
and that's
be
like the best part, bro.
killing y'all, bro. I'm like, dude. Oh man, this is one video. I'll show it off camera because I don't want anybody. I'll show it to you off camera.
Okay.
But I'll just say this with this particular band. Zacardi was singing.
Mm-hmm.
Zacardi was singing. They was playing How Does It Feel? And Zacardi, he's literally singing what they're supposed to be playing.
Oh man, that's
and
this was like the actual show. Going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's singing with that, and this was in Dallas at the Free.
That was that when he was here with.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what
I'm
saying? But yeah.
Okay. I ain't gonna go no further.
but not even just them, man. Like I'm like, bro, like this.
Mm-hmm.
So Superstition, D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? Of course you got to put Never Too Much on there. What's another one? What's another one for me? How am I gonna give you the top 5 and then I'm struggling on my top 5? Man, some of these I'm gonna say this because we play the song quite a bit, man. But some of these guitar players on Kiss, like the fur, like that be killing a lot of these cats, man.
Oh yeah.
Even some of the coldest guitar players, man. No, it was not. No.
He said drum roll.
No, it was not. But like that just that initial guitar feel, and that's like that sets the song.
Yeah.
And like what I do.
Yeah, that's the first thing they hear that you should at least
like and so what I do like in my band is one of the things. Same thing with like Never Too Much. What I do is I give it the guitar if we have a lead player or whatever. Like I'll be like, yo, do you know? Play it real quick. No. All right. So this is what we gonna do. We just bro, you silly. The vamp on eternity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, so what we gonna do? We just not even gonna come in with that. We just gonna skip that. We just gonna 4 count. 1, 2, 3. Like we're just gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We not gonna you know what I'm saying? We so that I got one more, I think. Do I have one more? What's another one? What's another one that be kicking y'all ass? Vamp of Eternity. I've never heard that song, bro.
He said I never heard that.
I never heard that song. Never heard of it. What's another one? What's another song that be that?
How
that
are you struggling on your own top 5?
It's my own top 5, man. It came off top of the dome, man.
Mm-hmm.
It came off top of the dome.
Now, why are you thinking? I will say
Mr. Magic.
Oh,
Mr. Magic.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Mr. Magic. That's another one.
Yeah.
Kicking y'all.
He said, "Kiss my baby."
Oh man.
Bo, we never heard of that either.
You dude just saying random stuff.
Just
man.
no. That's just kiss my baby.
Oh, okay.
Now, I both just pulled my card pretty much because we don't play that song like the record.
Oh,
We don't play that song. We don't even do the. We definitely don't play that song like the record.
Is it like your own version or something?
Not necessarily our own version. I took a couple parts out. Like I took the bridge out because there's a bridge in there and stuff like that. And yeah, we just and it is we play So Pretty how it's supposed to be played. We play that how.
Never heard of that song either, Bo.
No, a lot of people have. A lot of people
heard of Eternity
I'll tell you
too.
one of the worst.
I wouldn't know.
One of the worst things I've dealt with is I was on a gig with this band, and we was doing Michael Jackson. What's that song? Rock With You.
Mm-hmm.
And the drummer
Messed up that again, man.
didn't know the intro. I like, okay, Rock With You. I'm looking at him. He like, what am I supposed to be doing something? He had that like look on his face. I'm like, bruh.
It starts with you.
So we literally started playing it. He's like, man, yeah, I don't remember.
I refuse
how long you been doing this?
I refuse to play Black Betty like the record. It's just too much. I refuse. You're not supposed to heckle the hecklers. That's what a front like, dude. I'm a front man. I do this. I'm a host. You're definitely supposed to heckle the hecklers. What you talking about? Yeah, but I refuse to play. You know that song? Oh, Black Betty, bam, blam. Oh, Black Betty, bam, blam. Black Betty had a child, bam, bam. Thing.
Oh, I had to check it out. I don't hear it.
It low key sound like a bump.
Okay.
It's an old. This is White Groove. I forget. I'll let you listen to it. But yeah, how I do is I kind of incorporate because we do Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and I kind of because there's that clap in there. And I kind of incorporate that in that song,
like a mashup.
Yeah. You know, so I incorporate that. But then like when the actual Black Betty record, there's this whole like just weird thing that they do, and I refuse to do that. I'm not even interested. I'm not even interested, man. But yeah, so yeah, top 5. Was that top 5? Yeah, man.
Top 5.
All right, say man. So our next recurring segment, we call this one. Playing in the wrong key. Now this is our version of what grinds your gears. Lou Paul, what's playing in the wrong key for you?
I got a good one tonight. I was kind of whatever last time, but I got a good one. So, what really grinds my gears?
Or playing in the wrong key
is when somebody asks me how much I charge for a service, whether it's I'm doing a track or a beat or I'm playing a gig. And I will ask the person or the client, what is your budget? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have a budget. Whatever your fee is.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So my fee is XYZ. Okay. A few seconds later. Well, can you do XYZ?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I just asked you.
Right. I just asked you what the budget was. Nah, for sure. I don't understand why just money period is just such an uncomfortable conversation for people, man.
Yeah.
And it's like and it's like, you know, of course I learned by experience and stuff like that, man. So it's like I like details, and I try to give even when I'm the one that's in the position, right?
Yeah.
I try to get like even down to, cuz it's like how many times have you been in a situation where you know what I'm saying, you didn't find out that like the pay was in a check till after the gig.
Oh yeah.
You know, are you with us? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you here? Okay. That delay reaction was like so it's like, okay, bro, like if you knew this like whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's something, cuz it's like what if you run across that cat that like needed that money tonight? Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what if he need that money tonight, you know, or whatever? It's like, bro, like, you know, go ahead and give those details. Go ahead, you know, like me, like there's some venues that we play with, and you know, let's just say it's like a Friday night or Saturday night, and it's a check. You know what I'm saying? Well, that probably not gonna come through to that Monday.
Yeah, right.
You feel what I'm saying? I tell my band members, hey, like, you know, just letting y'all know this a check. You know, blah blah blah, whatever. Right, Luke. Dude definitely fell asleep.
Hey man, it's past my bedtime.
I feel that. You know what I'm saying? It's podcast life, bro.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, man, it's like money conversations like be so like it'd be so weird for people. And my thing is like, yo, if you're transparent and you use details with all that stuff, man, it's like you'll run into situations where it's like, you know, your band trusts you, the people that you work with trust you, you know, your reputation will be good out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to get it back into some of you Fort Worth people, but about your and y'all reputations. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, man, like I don't know. But yeah, so that's a good one. I would say playing in the wrong key, for me playing in the wrong key is, man, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. Playing in because I've had this issue with one of my band members, one of my current band members, you know, just not being prepared when it's gig time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, right before the gig, hey bro, I gotta run to the store and grab this for my equipment. It's like, bro, like all day. You knew we had to be here at 8:00.
Now you gotta run to the store.
all day. Now you gotta run to go grab some batteries, or you gotta run. You know, it's like my G, bro. Come on, man. It's like, come on. But yeah, that's playing it wrong. And like I said, that's one of them band leader problems that you just run into. You know what I'm saying, every so often. But it's like, bro, it's like you knew we had this gig.
Yeah.
You knew we had this gig. You know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
like all day. Well, or I mean, all week, all whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you could have went to the store and got your batteries.
Bo, he was talking about you.
I wouldn't
You
go.
just confirmed it.
I wasn't gonna say his name, but come on, bro. You know you need your batteries before the moment of the gig.
You remember about the keyboard? You remember about the keyboard?
Oh, that's a gig. That's a gig
That's
tale.
a gig tale.
All right, yeah.
And we got proof.
Oh man.
And we got
Oh,
proof.
it's getting juicy.
That's a gig tale. Oh man, that's a good one. I don't know if you Bo, I'll leave it up to Bo. Let me know if it's so. Bo, let me know if it's okay to tell that story about that one Sunday morning.
You said stop me. Who got the picture? I'm just saying.
I still got it. He said chill. All right, so no, you don't want me to tell that story from my gig.
Okay, we're not gonna tell it then.
Oh man.
All right, so Lou, we'll start with, so the next recurring segment is called Gig Tales. We tell that. Talk about that one gig experience, good, bad, or ugly. Lou, what you got?
Oh man, so this is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna actually entertain it more because I'm finna make up as I go, but it's still a true story. So this church, I'm gonna call the church Hold My Mule Baptist Church.
Okay.
Where the pastor Z's holds it down, and we're gonna just call the lady that we're gonna highlight. Her name is Mother Jenkins.
Okay.
And the choir director, we're gonna call them Cletus.
Okay.
So
okay.
So this was a Sunday morning. I was playing, and there was a part of service where now you know how part of service where they do like where they have the guests get up and fellowship, then you play music while they fellowship or hugging and interacting with each other. So this was part of that service. So at this part of the service, I was playing on the keyboard, and Cletus was sitting on the organ, but he's not a player. He was just sitting next to me. So while he was sitting next to me, Mother Jenkins had walked by and waved at us as we was walking, and Cletus said, "Man, her cookies stink." Now, of course, he's not talking about cookies, but you get where I'm coming from. So he said it hard, like he was upset. So I'm like, I said, wait a minute, say that. I said, say that again. What? He said, her cookies stink, man. I like, And I had to stop playing for like 5 seconds because I was laughing so hard. So like after service, I told him, I said, bro, you can't say stuff like that to me, like during service ever.
That's hilarious.
So I like, how did you come to that conclusion anyway? He said, man, we was at evening service last week, man, and it was just, man, I just smelled something I didn't need to be smelling. I'm like, all right, brother. Well,
that's hilarious. Her cookie stink. That is hilarious.
Yeah, true story, bro.
Man. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and talk about my this gig tale, man, featuring since Bo like to participate.
Yeah.
So this particular Sunday, well around this time period, Bo is actually playing for our church. Mm-hmm. He's playing for our church. He's playing keys. So it's me. Then we got Mike Pugh.
Yeah.
We got and this wasn't even gonna be my gig tale tonight, but since we're here, we got that, and then we got Mike Pugh. Mike Pugh is on what was it? He might have been playing bass at the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was just me on drums, Bo and Mike Pugh on bass or whatever, and then of course Mike Pugh, his whole family would come. Well, so I would go. I had the keys to the church or whatever, so I would get there fairly early or whatever. And I'm noticing that the time is kind of cutting close when everybody's supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? So Bo get there a little early too. Mm-hmm. So Bo shows up, and you know this wasn't backline, so we all had to bring our own stuff. So Bo shows up, just his backpack, and no keys. Mm-hmm. He shows up, just backpack, no keys, and I'm like, all right, bro, yo, and he just kind of sitting there. He had got dropped off. He had got dropped off, and Bo just kind of sitting there. I'm like, all right, yeah. Where's your keyboard, brother? You know what I'm saying? Buddy done left his keyboard from where he just came that Sunday morning. Because he wasn't at home.
Oh, we got proof too. I'm trying to see if I can put it on the screen.
So Bo is sitting there. He's sitting there, and he's like, he start not necessarily freaking out, but his demeanor, his spirit just dropping. You could tell he just feeling so bad that this dude done forgot his keyboard. Yeah. This dude got his phone, and he's trying to make up tracks on the spot off of his phone, man. Oh. He's trying to make up tracks off the spot off of his phone. So it's like, okay, now we're not gonna have any keyboard player. Well, everybody know Mike Pugh is more so known for playing talkbox. Yeah. It just so happened that he played his he had his talkbox keyboard, his aux keyboard, this little.
Oh, so he just played
this little MIDI joint. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, Bo don't have a stand either.
Oh man.
So he had to. What we got going on? All right. So we wound up having to sit this little MIDI keyboard on a chair, and just this. It wasn't even like it like. What? So you got the 88, 70.
It's like a 49 key, or
I think it was smaller than the 49.
25.
Key. Yeah, like
oh man,
like bro, that you know what I'm saying? We had to do that, bro, and
that's probably like a 37.
Yeah. And we gave Bo.
No, my bad. We didn't have no fire drill.
We gave Bo so much. We gave Bo so much hell for that, and he deserved it. He deserved every piece of hell for that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got the video. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen.
You got the video?
Yeah.
Right. Then
boy, rough times.
Then he gonna turn around and and have the nerve to say.
Did he have a decent sound at least?
We got through it.
We made it through.
We got through it. Then he gonna turn around and have the nerve to say, "Okay, y'all don't understand how much God gonna work today. Like this gonna be one of the service. Watch what I tell you." It wasn't.
Oh man.
It wasn't. Bo almost lost his job that day.
Man.
Bo almost lost his job that day. That was funny, man. But yeah, that's so to sit there and have to see my brother struggle like that because he wasn't prepared, man. That was definitely funny for me. So yeah, that's my gig tell.
Yeah.
We putting it on the screen.
Yeah, hold on.
We gonna put it on.
I just airdropped it to myself. So give me one second. I'm finna
We
put it
finna
on
get
the
it up
screen.
here, Doc.
We gonna put it on the screen.
We gonna put it on
so
the
the
screen.
so the people can see that I ain't lying to y'all.
Yeah, the worst thing I've ever done is forgot a power plug. So somebody went and got some batteries for me.
Man,
And-
I was young, but I forgot my whole symbol.
yeah.
My whole symbol set, man. And the keyboard player had to do like the symbol. He had to do all that stuff. I got all drums, no symbol, no hi-hats, no nothing. I don't even have a crash. I don't even have a splash. I was over there hurting, bro.
Rough.
I was over there hurting immensely.
Okay.
Yeah, both said it was a 25 key.
Oh, okay.
It was a 25 key. Yeah, like Mike P. and then like man, if Mike wouldn't have had that, just so happened to have that in his car, but and like to sit here, but like I say, it was for me, it was him trying to sit here and make up tracks. I'm coming.
Ask him if he got us now.
Hold on, I'm coming. We back? Are we good?
We should be.
They keep saying, I know on mine they keep saying,
Let me see.
all right, change your angle, Professor Mel.
Yeah.
Oh. My bad. Trying to do two things at once. Oh, I don't got mine.
That's what we get. That's what we get for trying to be petty.
We still gonna be petty because it's right here.
That's what we get. If you can just change your angle though.
I already did.
Oh, okay, bet. And we were laughing.
Oh, we back. We back.
Yeah,
live?
yeah, we good.
Okay.
we good.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. Go ahead and let the people
Bo,
know.
in advance, I love you.
Go ahead and let the people know I ain't lying.
Wait, let me see. Is the people back?
Yeah. Yeah,
All
we
of them
back.
Okay.
Bo said, see, God don't like ugly.
That's all right.
He didn't like ugly that day either.
Y'all, this is the video.
Come on, man. Come on.
Is it playing?
Yes, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Who playing on that this morning, man? Come on, man.
God is ready for the move.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Tell you, man. You I will say this. Bo tried to be humble as he could. He tried to be humble. That is funny. That's funny, man. He said it's better than the fight at high and tight. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Are you talking about the one where I almost died for y'all? Is that the one you talking about? Oh, which fight? Jesus Christ. Brother man, Jason. But yeah, man, so that's our gig tale, man. Man, it was a dope episode, huh?
Yeah, man.
It was a dope episode, man. We enjoy, man, kicking it with y'all, chopping it up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff, man.
All of y'all weirdos, man.
All of you, for all the weirdos. Man, you listen to Lewis and York?
No.
Man, it's just a 2-man group called Lewis and York, man. You should definitely check them out, man. They,
Bro said no, the failed video.
the file of it, yeah. I'm telling you, they actually got this song called Weirdos.
Oh, okay.
They got this song called Weirdos, man, and yeah, it says like I'm all alone, but that's all right. Let the hipsters be the. No, it's called Hipsters. Let the hipsters be the hipsters and let me be me tonight. I might be wrong, but that's all right. Let the hipsters. Yeah, Lewis and York. You should definitely. It's like I said, it's a 2-man group. One's a producer singer type situation. They're not mainstream, but they're definitely like super dope, man. I've been rocking with them for years, man. Yeah, like Lewis and York, man. You should definitely check them out. Definitely check them out, man. Jeff Jones. Hey, man. Jeff Jones, Uncle Jeff. There's definitely somebody else we need to get on here, man. Shout out to Jeff Jones. I try to shout him out all the time, man. Another dope musician in the Dallas community. He's a teacher as well. He's a gym coach, football coach, something like that. But he's a teacher as well, man. And he's one of those people that one thing I say about him is that he does it right. He does it right. Like, you don't see him play a lot. You don't see him play out a lot or whatever. But what you will see is you will see him invest in his own show, do his own music. Everything is out of like the grind and the work that he puts in, and then he partners with venues. And put the show on himself. You know, like, and he will get a team of the biggest and baddest cats in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? They'll be on the show. They don't have to worry about. They don't have to worry about whether they're gonna get paid, or they don't have to worry about none. And like, he really puts on a quality show doing his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, from Cleon, the hashtag Mandy, you know what I'm saying? You know, all of those heavy hitters, man. He's done some collabs with Bo, all of that good stuff, man. So I just want to say shout out to the young brother Jeff Jones. You are definitely one of those dudes that I look up to personally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, for sure. We need you on the podcast, brother. Yes, sir. Now, probably before school started back, something like that. But yeah, man. So make sure y'all check out Uncle Jeff. Follow Uncle Jeff. Check out his originals. He got a couple projects out, man. Nice. So make sure y'all check him out, man. And a good brother too. Good brother, family man, wife, kid. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it the right way, and he's not a weirdo. He just big as fuck.
Okay. Like, damn. Whoa.
He a huge dude, but nah, man. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He like 6'5". He like 6'5", 340 pounds, but I think he's like 22 years old. I'm joking, but still.
Okay.
But still, man, shout out to Uncle Jeff. Shout out to Uncle Jeff in the building, man, for sure. But yeah, man. But man, I think it might be about that time to wrap it up. Wrap it up then.
Time to make that change.
Anybody besides Bo? Anybody besides Bo? Got something? Got something they want to ask? Got something they want to say? Already, Jeff. We're gonna set that up for sure. Anybody besides Bo? Anybody besides Jason? You know what I'm saying? Well, if not, man, listen. This is DFW Shed Sessions, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all. 63305. Okay, got you. Oh, I was close. I was close, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us.
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, man, we got a YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. You know, follow us individually. Follow each other. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of musicians, a lot of dope individuals, man, that's been commenting and, you know, interacting with us and stuff like that. And we appreciate y'all so much for the love and support, man. Lou, Professor Mel, what y'all got?
Man, you said it all, brother. I think we go ahead and set for benediction.
All right, man. Well, with that being said, once again, we appreciate y'all. We about to be out. And remember, it's not going to suck yourself. Jesus is the reason for the season.
You don't even have to.
We are out.
No, you don't even have to mix the two.
We'll holler at y'all.
You don't even have to do
week.
that.
Peace.